Hi, Reverend Paula Zapkar here from Spiritual Soul Center. Happy day to you. This week, last Friday, I was downtown at the Hannah Block building, and I was coming out the front door, and I opened the door, I stepped out, and I fell. I fell off the top step coming out the door. And it was a shock, as it always is if you fall, right? And I sat up on the edge of the step, and I got my bearings around me. I kind of was checking myself over instead of just falling down and hopping up like I did when I was younger, and realized that I was just fine. I didn't have any blood, I didn't hit my head, I didn't have any broken bones, my wrists weren't hurt, but my left ankle was twisted. I could feel it. So I moved it around and made sure there was nothing serious, and I knew that with a sprained foot, that the best thing to do was to get home and to get it on ice and get it elevated. So that's exactly what I did. I kind of brushed myself off. I got up. I was only parked a half a block away, and I got in my car and came home. I sat down on the couch, had my foot elevated on pillows, got it on some ice, and got into that moment. So the reason I want to tell you this story is because the stuff that I talk about, I really try to lay over my life, to incorporate into my life. And I think the work that we do shows up in those kinds of moments. Because what I decided right then when I talked to Renee is this weekend, on Saturday and Sunday, I'm staying right here. I'm going to take care of myself. I know that the best thing for my body is for this to happen, to keep it on ice, to keep it elevated, to get a set of crutches, to borrow a set of crutches from our neighbors, and to take care of my body because my body was calling for attention. The other thing that I was able to do was to stay in gratitude for having not broken a bone, for having not had to call an ambulance, for having not had a big gash or a concussion or something bleeding and needing stitches. There was so much to be grateful for, even though I had this trip, as it were. We changed our entire plans for the weekend, and I took care of my body. Another thing that happened was I was able to listen to a podcast that I had been putting off, and inviting that person actually to be a guest speaker at Spiritual Soul Center. Having the time to do that and the time to take that in. Also, the book has been sitting on my nightstand, and I've been reading it a little bit, but I had all weekend to really dive into a book that's really got me jazzed up. You're going to be hearing about it on Sundays, I'm quite sure. To be able to slow down. Another event in life that asked me to slow down, to be still, to be aware and in the moment, because that is where life happens. It happened in the fall that I took, in the spill that I took. It happened all weekend long as I took the time to be still, to slow down. So it doesn't happen all the time. There is resistance still in my life. It's not like I have this perfected, but I was able to look back and still take care of myself, to go one step at a time, and to not ignore something just because I didn't want it to happen, but to actually extend love to it as well in the healing process. That's what happened to me this week, and that's what's still happening as this event unfolds. In each day it unfolds, I am able to find the silver lining that we call it, the lesson, the message, the thing that I want to use to improve my life. Because as I say often at Spiritual Soul Center, everything comes out of the awareness, and everything is available for my awakening. Everything, every event, every situation, every circumstance, every person is available for my awakening. And I'm saying this sprained foot is exactly that, available for my awakening. I hope this message brings something up for you that allows you to have that perspective in your life as well. Until next time, amen.